So I decided to do yet another video from my hotel room because, again, as I said in last week's video, I get totally fired up after I end up having my coaching calls, and I had 4 in a row. And so I'm super excited. The thing that I really love about these coaching calls is they give me specific examples of the great turnaround they have in their practices and their lives as a result of implementing the Accountant Success Formula, which gives me content to share videos with you, if you haven't done this yet, on what you can do to take your life back. And so one of the concepts that came up with on one of the coaching calls was the fact that we're in a constant state, an adversarial relationship with people. So if you think about the world right now, there's conflict everywhere. Conflict. I'm mad at you. You're mad at me. That one's mad at someone else. So there's always conflict going on. It's like we're constantly trying to remove these obstacles and conflict situations. And that's where value is created, is by removing conflict, which is another email. I'll do a separate, or a video, sorry. I'll do a separate video on that. But let's just think about conflict for a second. If you could remove a bunch of conflict in your life, wouldn't it be better? And so what I found in my accounting practice is that I was sick and tired of being in an adversarial relationship with my clients. I found that it was like I was always in conflict with them. Like I'd do the work and I'd bill all my time, and then I'd have to give them an invoice, and I felt like at the end I was like having to fight or justify my pricing and the rest of it. And I was like, there's got to be a better way to this. So I shifted away, moved over to the subscription value-based model. So the clients knew the price ahead of time so they can make a decision. It automatically transfers into your bank account. And so there's you don't have to worry about the money part anymore. You're not in this adversarial relationship with them. But there's 2 other factors that come into this adversarial relationship. And it came out in this conversation I had with one of my other coaching clients today, is that there's conflict between you and your staff as well. So it's not just your clients you end up having conflict with a billable hour, it's your staff. Because, as a staff member, you always get judged on your recovery rates on your WIP and how much time you're spending on the file. So you're always in this constant state of fear, or at least I was when I worked in my practice, and anybody else I've talked to, employees hate doing timesheets, especially when they get judged on recovery rates. Well, the recovery is a fictitious number that we've created saying, well, we should be recovering this time. When the client knows what the value is, they're going to pay a certain amount for the value. Why not set it up at the front end instead of fighting at the back end? Anyways, another video. But here's the thing is, you remove the billable hour and it removes the conflict between you and your staff members. So you're not always judging them on their recovery rate. And then the third level of conflict that gets removed once you get rid of this billable hour bullshit and WIP and time is the conflict you have with your partners. And so one of the things that and again, it comes back to, I remember having the first 18 years of my career, I was in a multiple partner firm. And we would have these monthly meetings with each other and basically beat the piss out of one another over your recovery rates, your amount of WIP that you haven't billed yet, and then your accounts receivable that you haven't collected on yet. So it was a constant battle and conflict between partners in terms of recovery rates and WIP outstanding and accounts receivable. And so, oh my gosh, once you get rid of all of that crap, which you can by switching to a subscription-based value pricing system, you have no WIP, you have no AR, your cash is just coming in, you're all good. Now we can look at increasing profitability of the firm using metrics that actually make sense, which is how can we create more value for the client and capture that value through the professional services agreement, the pre-authorized or ACH system that we have. So if you're sick and tired of conflict like me, like I really do not like conflict. I don't know if I'm an anomaly, I don't think I am, but I think humans in general don't like conflict. So I'm always looking for how can I remove conflict, and shifting from the billable hour model to the ASF model or the Accountant Success Formula model that I teach in the coaching program removes conflicts on 3 levels. 1, you're no longer in conflict with your client, you're no longer in conflict with your staff, and you're no longer in conflict with your business partners. So again, as always, what I always say, if you haven't done this yet and you're interested, please reach out, give me a call, I'd love to have a chat with you to see if we're a fit, because we can remove those conflicts and we can give you your life back. Because as always, I end my videos with, when you take back control of your business model, you can take back control of your life. Stay tuned for more success tips to come. Perhaps we should try the exit yet again. Stay tuned for more success tips to come.